So would you like some idea of items that you can make quick money on? If you are a flipper like me, you don't want your furniture items to sit too long because they take up valuable space. And if you have other things in your inventory, you can't put them in there. So in today's video, I'm sharing some of my quick flip items that I see out and about when I am pre-loved secondhand at thrift store shopping. If I see these items and they are cost efficient for me to pick up, to spend the time to make them over, get them into my booth, and I know that they are not going to collect dust and they are going to sell fast. So if you are new to the channel, my name is Yvonne, and I love going searching for pre-loved items that just need a little bit more love to get them out there and to get them to be loved again. So here's the piece. Yes, benches. And I know this is a solid wood oak piece, but that honey oak is a hard sell. If I put this in my booth as is, it would sit. Unfortunately, yep, been there, done that. But if I paint these up, I can get them to sell with some work. It is shiny. It does need to be scuff sanded. We've got some issues at the legs, whether this is how it was made, I don't know. So it needs some filler. It looks like dry spots, not like an animal scratched it, but it does need a little bit of scuff sanding before I can get it painted. So what do you think? Do you think that the wood just dried out, or do you think some animal scratched it? I think that maybe this was the way the wood was. So a little bit weird to me. So we're just going to put some filler in there so it's going to be smooth and not, that's definitely grabby. First of all, I'm going to they have some sliders on here. We'll go ahead and pop off. And if they stay in good shape, I can reuse them. For some reason it has, just the one side has felt pads on it, but we'll get those taken off. Okay, let's get some filler in here. Kind of weird. I do think that this may be the way it was. So now I could start scuff sanding it. I just have 220 sandpaper on my orbital sander. I'm going to scuff sand as much as I can with a power sander. Okay, we are sanded as much as I could possibly sand. So now, time to wash it down. We have a beautiful day outside, so I'm going to be able to put some cardboard down and spray paint outside, which will be wonderful. Unfortunately, I do need to seal it in first with some shellac, of course, because I can't say that I got all the top coat off, and then I've got where I filled in those legs. It's windy. I might be wasting some spray paint, but at least we can. I'm going to shellac it first, especially on those leg areas. And one coat of shellac won't be enough. I'll have to come back in with a second coat. So we're going to use some Rust-Oleum High Performance Black. I love the coverage and the dry time. Wind is going to blow today. The nice thing about oak, the graining, you'll see that wood. Reasons why I flip things upside down and do that area first. It's not good for the bugs right now. They better go away. Let this sit outside a couple hours. Perfect, like it's the perfect weather right now. So we're going to seal it in with some weather defense because, I mean, it's just spray paint. It's not, there's no top coat to it. There's no anything like that. So you do need to seal it in, and I really like using the weather defense. That my finished coat is dry, I'm just taking the 4-0, the finest steel wool that you can get, and I'm just buffing everything nice and smooth, making sure there's no texture on this. I'm still working on outside because it's a beautiful day. My last is to Jolie's black wax. To finish it up. Oh, that just, it just brings it right back to life. Seals that in, and this will be good for years to come. Wax on, wax off the excess. My next two items are these little stools. don't look very nice, do they? They are not attractive at all. And I have not taken their covers off to see what's underneath. That white one might be fabulous as is. I do not know. But the brown one definitely, the color, I don't know. But either way, we're going to uncover these and get them revealed what's underneath to see whether we need to just clean them up or we need to paint them. Okay, it's time to see what's underneath this one. First take there's only 3 of these on. Not gonna, okay. I got some type of a staple. Okay. Oh, it's okay. It's hot out. It's just a white, nothing. It's sturdy though, super glossy. So I'll have to try to sand some of that off to get it repainted. So let's see what's underneath the other one. Let's see if we can get these things off. They look, oh, ugh. Okay. 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 3 off. Looks like it has tacks. Okay. Oh, it's upholstered. Oh my gosh, it's upholstered at least 3 times. 3 times underneath here. Oh, this will be interesting. It's quite dirty. Oh, okay. Well, there's one layer. Okay, one more. Sometimes you can pull them off, so let's see if I can do that. I have the fan going, I'm hot. Oh, it's a good stool. Yeah, it's got a crack, but who cares about that? Okay, it'll be well worth taking all those little little nails out. Okay. This one's got some loose joints here. These 2 will pull out. Oh, it looks like 3 of them will pull out. So I'm going to try to get some glue in there. Okay, the white one's turn now. Now time to do some shellac. I'm pretty sure I didn't get all that top coat of that glossy stuff off. So for one of the stools, I'm going to paint it Ladybug. I was just kind of like thinking overnight, what should I paint these? So I love that yellow color. I did it on a smaller 2-door cabinet and just loved it. So I'm going to use Sweet Pickins milk paint to get that old-timey, maybe crackle, maybe chippiness, but just a nice aged piece. So you do equal parts powder to equal parts water. This is just tap water out of a water bottle that I fill up. So nothing fancy. And then you just stir it till it's all incorporated, about 2 minutes. You'll see it start to aerate, make bubbles. Try not to go over the whatever cup you have. But keep on stirring it. Get all those yummies, all that dry stuff off the bottom that will settle. And set it off to the side and let it thicken up a little bit before using it. The other one I'm going to do Birdie. After you've let it sit, before you start painting, give it a stir again, because it will settle to the bottom again. So this lighter color, as you can see, oh yeah, it's going to take a few coats, but don't stress, because the coats will start attaching to each other. Because you think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do a ton of coats, but no, I mean maybe, but I'm actually going to use a smaller brush to go up on this part. That way I can control any drips and runs. And I didn't fill in any of the imperfections of the grooves or the holes. As you see, as I'm painting, you can see that there's holes in it. But we want this to look like it is old and it's been around, and people around these parts seem to love that patina. So I'm gonna keep on doing it, that primitive look. You know, we each have to do what sells in our area, because it's all good and fun to, you know, make over furniture and make over these pieces for you. But what am I going to do with them if they don't sell? And some people like crisp, clean lines of furniture, and that's what makes the world go round. Taste is personal. And that way, people that paint like that, they can find those people and they can buy their stuff. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I buy pieces and I envision that kind of look for it, more of a clean look. So here's a tricky part if you ever want to attempt it, to get the other side of the rungs. I'm not painting the top. I didn't paint the very bottom feet, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this over. That way I can make sure that nothing built up here and get that smooth out. Okay, now I just gotta let it dry. I like to kind of look, make sure nobody's running here. And then I just put my brushes in a Ziploc. I gotta use my Lazy Susan for the next one. I don't have two. I should probably get two. Now, honestly, I really thought about doing this one green, but I have a whole bunch of green. I have a bench, a mirror, and a table that I did. The heart removal are in my booth, and so I don't want to overwhelm my booth with all the same color because it kind of looks like that right now once I took those in. So hence why yellow and blue. I know back in the day it was all black and white, but times change. The way people buy changes. So we have to evolve right along. Though by heart and heart, y'all, I'm still a black and white. My house is decorated. I add little pops of color, but I'm just that's who I am. Now, honestly, this one here and there, like on the legs and stuff, had some nails, and I thought, you know what, to really have it look like that primitive piece, I'm not going to take them all out. If I run across one, I'll show you. And really taking all those tacks and the layers of the upholstery, we're going to call it, off, really didn't take that much time. Okay, let's see if I can flip this one. Why I have my neck camera on. Do it right there. Right there. Oh, and there's another one of the nails. But they're not like gonna hurt anybody, kinda sticking out. And I'm not gonna try to fill in the marks. I actually love the way this one, I don't know, can you tell on camera, it swooshes in. So whoever had it didn't like that swoosh. They padded that right up to get rid of that swoosh, but I like it. And I like the crack. I think there again, character. A lot of you probably have seen my stool that I use for staging. I probably wouldn't sit on it, but it looks great for staging. This stool that I use for staging is wonky. It is loose. It is held on by wire. It has all the nails. And I knew once I bought it at an auction, it was staying with me. First coat's dry. I'm going to flip it back over and start painting again. See how that second coat just starts to stick? Okay, yellow. Next. See how this covers. See how that first coat just attracts that second coat. Okay, flip time. at that coverage. Oh, they're both definitely going to need at least 3 coats because I'm doing thin coats. The underneath was dark. Okay, we have some beautiful crackle going on. Oh, it's very pretty. I am going to do some sanding though because I'd like some more of that wood to come through. And then the yellow, you can see all the dark where the crackles are. But there again, I want to go ahead and sand it some so it doesn't look like I just painted it. So with the grain, so going with the grain, see how it hits there. One of the little nails popping out. Don't want to forget the bottom of the piece. Time to sand on the yellow one. This is just going to smooth everything down. See if I can get some of the original underneath. For the waxes, and on this lighter one I'm going to use black wax, but gotta trust the process. But I am going to seal it in first with some clear wax to control it. So we've got the clear wax, and if that's the look you want, you can go ahead and leave it like that. We'll use black wax, which will get into all those little crevices. It'll pop that more. It'll give it more age. I know it's scary. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, now for our Birdie one, I am actually just doing aging wax. Oh. So the difference, you know, like black, brown, it doesn't really matter. I could do black on this, but it's fun to like play with the waxes. So aging wax is going straight on. Oh, y'all. Oh my goodness. Look at that patina, all those imperfections. That's why I did not sand them out. Oh my goodness. I always hope it's showing up as beautiful on camera as when I'm doing it. So who would have thought the worst looking one would be, I do like the yellow one, but Birdie's got some character. Got the crack, got the sway going on, and all those amazing imperfections. We've got detail in the legs. Yellow's awesome. Birdie with aging wax on this piece is wow. So yes, benches, little stools, taller stools, they need to have some type of character, I find, for them to be fast selling. The easiest way for these benches is to spray paint them. I would love to do, I'm sure you can get a color in a spray paint. My spray paint on hand is always black and white. Yes, you can definitely buy a color spray paint. It's just the easier to put paint in a sprayer. That also works either. That also works too. So yeah, just all those spindles on, you know, I'm sitting on the bench thinking, yes, they're just too difficult to always have to paint one by one. But quick sellers, they don't even last 2 weeks usually. I'll say that, and it could sit for a month, but you never know. And who would have thought that 2 stools that nobody wanted at auction, $5 for the both of them. So I had to take the one with all the layers on it. And that was the best. I mean, don't get me wrong, the yellow is cool, the crackle did awesome, but it doesn't have that character, it doesn't have that crack, it doesn't have that detail. Just the way that the wood took, and then, you know, like trying to get all that glossy paint off. You have to figure out, like, if I use a stripper, if I sand it, how much time and energy am I going to spend on an item that I'm only going to make X amount of money on. So the bench retails in my area, I will sell it for $250. The yellow stool I can probably get $40 out of, but that little Birdie stool with the aging wax, I can ask $65 for it, and I think I won't have any problems. So yes, these are fast selling items in our area. I don't usually discuss prices, but I know I'm going to get a lot of questions on that. So again, thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know down in the comments below, do you do benches, stools? Are you looking for bigger items, quick flip items? You know, sometimes dressers and buffets and like other pieces of furniture, sometimes are slow sells. That person has to have that right space to fit that piece of furniture. So you kind of just, you know, or somebody looking for a dresser. So you just never know how fast something is going to sell. But little stools like that, you can stick anywhere. A bench, usually people are like, hey, I just have a flat bench. I would really like a one with a back. And they upgrade to something else. So there's that. So again, thanks for watching. As always, if you're part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. And it's hot and humid out, and I just came in from the shop. So y'all, thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, if you're part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. And if you're new and you're checking out this channel, not only do I do furniture flip, I do small items that have been pre-loved. I love to put little vignettes together and share that with you. And if you'd like to see where I pick up these items, go check out the Journey channel, GingerChick The Journey. The link is down in the description below, where I go with my husband Chris, and we do auctions and estate sales and Goodwills and that kind of thrift stores. So again, thanks for watching. We will see you next time, guys. Happy 4th of July. Forgot this will be airing on the 4th of July. I hope that you are able to spend time with family and friends on this day or sometime throughout the weekend. I know not everybody watching, not their 4th of July, but here in America it is. So again, thanks for watching. We will see you next time, and you can see what we're up to. Bye.